Hi, my name is Idris and Happy New Week. It's a fresh week. It's a Monday and usually we are gearing up for 2024 in a practical way. This time around, we want to use 2024 to grow our tourism businesses. First of all, we want to put so much emphasis to the starters so that you can learn and learn and learn. I have a very bothering question that I want to probably put to you and see how we can break it. And we've brought some maths here today, helping you understand, because we've got a very interesting topic. And guess what? Today we want to look at how do we manage the profits that we make in the tourism business, right? And we want to give some clear or practical allocation so that when you make $50, you know how to allocate it wisely, right? So you don't have to lose everything. So very quickly, we want to dive into our topic, and 2024 is gonna be practical. So wherever you are and you're managing a tourism business, this is something that you need to look at. Interesting. Let's assume we will look at a bigger figure and we'll also look at a lower figure. With me here, we're gonna use percentages, right? We have 100%, and we're gonna look at how do we allocate that profit out of the 100 that we've made, and we'll look at an example of a bigger figure and also a smaller figure. Let's look at 100. We've got 100%, right? Now, we look at 50%. Let us reinvest it. Allocate that to your office. I want to give you this tip. When you make out of 100%, get 50% allocated to or back to your business. We've got 50% left, right? We can choose to have 25 out of that. We can have 25% allocated to asset financing. Asset financing, I mean, you want to buy something, but still it is part of your company. Could be a safari vehicle, could be a property, you see, because the more your company gains asset, of course, the value, right? So you can grow your company, your tourism business by acquiring assets. And we are setting aside 25% of the remaining 50% of your profit to asset financing, because we're looking at growth this 2024. Now, 25% probably goes to your personal transactions. And there's so much of personal transaction. Paying school fees, your house bills, your fuel, whatever you want to buy, your personal land, all that can be. So let's get into an example in this case. Remember we had our 50%. What we are taking back to the company, probably that will be in charge of salaries, marketing activities, operational costs, right? And the 25% in this case is what we're going to have to do some diversification, but still within the business, what we call asset financing. I'll give you an example. If we have 5,000, you can have 5,000 as your profit at the end of January, and I'm giving you an example here. 50% of that is 2,500. That should go back to your company to pay the operational costs. 25 of that is 1,250. Probably if you're looking at asset financing, you can allocate that for purchasing your safari car. Just imagine at the end of the year, you have probably more than 20,000 in that order if you're able to make more sales. 25% again for your personal transactions, which is another 1,250. That is close to about 5 million. That is cool money to assist you and save you from hitting from your company negatively. And here we're looking at managing profits that we are making. Let's get a lower figure, because you'd say, no, Idris, that's quite a big figure. We don't make that. But still, it comes down. If you make $500, you have $250, right, back to your agency. Probably that's the money that will help you run operational costs, marketing activities, paying salaries, whatever. You have another 125, which is 25% of the remaining 50. That is for your asset financing in terms of growing your agency, acquiring assets. Remember, you can acquire land as a company, you can buy a vehicle as a company. There's a lot to do. Even you can buy shares within public or parastatals, something like that. But you can still use that money. So the 125% left, which represents 25%, probably is about 500,000 as good money for your personal transaction. If you have a wedding, you can donate it. If you have anything to do, please feel free to use that. So that is one of the best tips on how you can save your company from getting mismanaged when it comes to making. You have profits, but you don't know how to use or probably allocate the profit they've got. I hope you're learning something, but we want to, before we end this session, to give you some tips, about 4 of them, on how to ensure you can improve on your profit. Number 1, reduce your operational costs, right? Reduce your operational costs. This is one way how you're going to maximize the profit you're making. 2, reduce on error rates. If you're making mistakes, please, because the moment you miscalculate something and you're super fast, you're inaccurate, you're not going to make profit. Anytime you'll be affected. So reduce on error rate. Thirdly, focus on high-end product. Try to sell high-end product. This is how you can be able to make more profit in that order. Then I've already told you, why don't you adopt the handling fee method over percentage markup? Because every time someone requests for a quote, right, and you use handling fee, you can keep your handling fee fixed. However, your percentage markup will reduce accordingly the moment I ask you to remove an item. I hope you get that. So when you want to ensure that you maintain or keep making more profit, those are best 4 tips that you can use, especially for those that are running safari companies. Right? So 2024, like I said, it's gonna be a practical learning way on how to grow our tourism businesses. And one way how to grow is to ensure we can maintain good profits. Secondly, and how do we allocate the profits that we've obtained and optimize it to benefit our tourism businesses. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. We're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you, and I can't wait to see you in our next video. Bye-bye.